All right, back at it. Got round three here. Just finished up shooting 9 under in round two. Matched the round one score. So Legends Championship made the weekend. Got the lead by 6. Feeling pretty comfortable with it. See if we can close this tournament out here. Got the Saturday green on. Let's load into this. Skip this cutscene. Seen that enough times. Alright, how we doing? Me and Xander, final group. I think B Harm and Sep are in the second to last, right in front of us. Got a little less wind than yesterday. That'll be nice. 8 miles an hour downwind. So, interesting developments since the last round. Got a lot of VC, and now I've earned this choked approach shot, as well as the spinner shot. So, I think we'll be seeing some of those today. We might honestly get a choked approach here on the first hole. So I think my understanding with the choked approach is it's really just a bit of maybe a lower flighted, but just shorter version of the approach shot. And so it's kind of nice instead of having to pull this back to 96%, you can just hit a full choked approach. So shot like this, I think I'll still stick with the 50. The downhill shouldn't add too much to the 50, and the wind shouldn't add too much to it. And it should bounce up once or twice and check nice. So gonna aim this right at the flag, let the shot shape in the wind kind of take it back to the left, let the slope kick it back to the right, slope of the green and the fairway. So shot shape works back to the left, just left, and kicks a little bit to the right, and we end up right behind the hole. Nice little tap in bird. So parred this hole the first 2 days, got a birdie on it today. See if we can shoot in the double digits under par after 2 9 under rounds. Almost got there. I think this wind is setting up nicely for it. Use this big slope here in the fairway, kick it down there, ride the wind. No real risk of missing left. Should be downwind now. So downwind with the longer clubs plays pretty similar to the shorter clubs. In the second round, talked a lot about how short clubs downwind, they're going to kick forwards, so you got to kind of land them well short. Same thing here, downhill, downwind, going to want to land this maybe about 185, probably get about 15 yards of rollout. So to land this 185, I might honestly have to hit this 7 iron, and I'm going to push the right stick up a lot, get to about 177 on the number, aim it right edge of the green, right edge of this bunker. Fairway slope will ever so slightly push it left. Shot shape should take it left. Wind should take it left. So same right of the pin. Run on back there. It's going to be left of the pin. Land about 190. And then run back to that 201 number. So really good distance control there. I think that's what you're looking for. Get a nice birdie putt. It's going to be a double breaker. So right to left at the start, left to right at the end, up the hill just so slightly, so speed should be nice. I think might want to just aim this right at the hole. Similar to the ones in the last episode, double breakers, you kind of just have to aim at the hole, and if it's about even on, the double break, just gotta hope it goes in. So 2 birdies to start. Feeling pretty good here. Got this par 3, birdied it the first 2 rounds. Kind of tucked back here behind the bunker, and you got this slope here, so you really got to land it like right here or up here, feed it back. I think with the wind, you got to start it a little left with my shot shape and kind of hold it up against the wind. So I'm gonna kind of aim my blue line to start right at the pin and hope it just holds up against the wind like that. And then downhill with a 5 iron into the 6 mile an hour wind. I think this will be a good club to just hit kind of stock. Maybe put a little spin on it Get down to 194. Try to put a good swing on it. Yep, so right at the pin. Might be a little short. Pulled it a little bit. Kicks left off that slope though, which is nice, and should be a pretty safe 20-footer. Left to right break up the hill. I think I'm going to aim it about a box out. And maybe give it a little extra. Hope it... We're going to get a little aggressive. I think in the last round I was aiming them a little high, so... See if I can aim it just right. And miss it a little on the low side. I'm not too mad about that. You know, I've been missing them high. Miss it just barely low, so I think we're getting there. Not a great swing there. Misses all the trees, though. I think this is going to be a 3-shot hole anyways, so not too bad to miss the fairway here. Probably going to hit the 3-wood now. The lie penalty should get me to a good approach number with a wedge. Hitting into the wind, uphill. Let's see, 80 yards uphill into the wind, so honestly, probably going to hit about 12 yards, 13 yards, yeah, maybe 13 yards. I think this slope's going to shoot it a little higher lofted and obviously left. So aim it maybe right edge of the green. Catch it on the wind. Slide it down a little bit. 95, alright. Yeah, I like this. So see, even though I took the spin off of it, it still zips back. But we'll take that any day of the week. Right to left breaker here. Kind of more at the start than at the end. I'm going to aim it about half a box. And that gets in there nicely. So good birdie there on the par 5. Little bit dicey, but not too bad. Got the putt in there. Missed the fairway on this hole last round. I think with this left to right wind, I can still get pretty aggressive on the left edge of this fairway and not worry about it. So that's what I'm going to do here. Yep, nice little baby fade. Buttercut. Finds the left edge. Feeds down there nice. Hopefully gives me about 70 yards. 65. Alright, so not exactly where I wanted to be honest with you, but I think I can spin this back, get it to 64 yards, and then the wind shouldn't affect it too much. And what I'm going to try to do here, I'll try and do a practice swing to show, is instead of hitting a 75-yard shot like that, I'm going to try and hit it about 73%, so yeah, something like that, and see if I can get to go just a little bit shorter. Don't want to get too short with it, because if you're hitting like something like that, that can definitely just go in the water, but take about 5% off of it just before you kind of get to that 75 number, and it'll land just a little short, and with this downwind, hopefully skip up there just a little bit. Gonna aim just right of the pin too, just to make sure I don't miss left and feed it off the green, as well as kind of, it's gonna feed right to left, so the kick will probably be a little to the left side. %, just about what I was looking for. And even then, it's a little long, but I think that's a pretty good shot. You know, in hindsight, I probably could use that new spinner that I have, but I haven't had it for very long, so I wasn't thinking about it. But slight little breaker. I don't want to overread this because it's going to be downhill, but this should definitely be at least a cup out. Yeah, good putt. Into the wind, bunker's nothing to really worry about. Keep it out of the water. Right edge of the fairway. Same as always. All right, again into the wind, uphill. Got to take the 5-iron. We'll spin it. I think 189 the pin, 193 is a good number. So aim this kind of right at the pin. Use the wind and the shot shape to kind of hold it out to the right. Hopefully take a little extra off that way. And then use the slope of the green to kind of feed it towards the pin. Definitely don't want to miss left because it's really sloped there. So pulled that. Might kick left. Not too sure. Still good on the distance control though. And we got 20, 25 feet for birdie. Down the hill, little right to left. I think when you look at this, it might look like it's going to break pretty considerably right to left, but you got to think about it's in the steepest part of the putt that this right to left break is. So the ball is gonna roll really fast through it, and it's not gonna break a ton. So I'm gonna aim this just about maybe 1 cup out to the right, and hopefully that's enough to catch it. Underswing it a little bit too. Yeah, broke a little more, but I think that was a good putt. Nice par. All right, this is a gettable pin, I think, on this green. Got the 5-wood again. I kind of hit the similar shot in the second round, so gonna try and hit it just about the same. Yep. Hopefully that gets up there. Really like that. Great shot. Easy tap in birdie on a tough, tough par 3. Gotta love that. You know, I didn't talk through that shot too much, but it was pretty similar to the shot I had in round 2, and just kind of working it with the wind and the shot shape. Uphill, knew that 5-wood was going to kind of hit into it and not roll out a ton as if it were like a downhill with the wind shot. So could kind of get aggressive with the 5-wood and skip it on up there. And I knew I hit it to that spot yesterday, so downwind again, bang it on up there with the hill. Should catch pretty good. Roll on down there. Nice flat lie. All right. Bit of a similar pin to yesterday. This is actually kind of where I hit it with the pitching wedge, so I think I'm gonna hit a similar shot downwind. Actually, nah. I think I have to hit a 9-iron. With the 9-iron, I think I might actually backspin it, get to about 148. Hopefully that'll get maybe 4 extra yards with the wind, get to 152. That uphill will take that off though, so it'll be about, we'll probably put up to 150. 150. And hopefully this will be a good number to kind of catch it short. It'll skip up a bit with the wind, and this isn't the steepest part of the green, so it won't be kind of like the second round where it's hitting a yellow uphill uh, bead and really getting killed. So I think like this will be good. Aim it right at the pin with this start of the blue line. It's going to get held out more straight with the wind. Yeah, so even then I'm short. Probably could have gotten away with just not putting any of the spin on it at all, but I think that's a decent shot. And we'll have a big left to right breaker here. I think I'm going to aim it about box and a half with how much this is. We'll see if we can get up there. Miss it on the high side, but didn't get too aggressive and miss it low and really run it by. Nice tap in, not too shabby. All right. Not bringing the bunkers into play here with this wind, so can really just bang it on up there. Set ourselves up. I think kind of had a similar shot every day so far this round. Again, you really just got to ride the wind. See if I can run it on up there. I'm sure this will be short and kind of on that lower shelf, but if I'm getting a putt, I'm still not mad. So if I put a good swing on it, should be all right. Hopefully that doesn't feed back into the bunker though. Stay right there. All right, I got a little lucky. Got pretty close to feeding back into the bunker, but kept it short. 1 foot uphill, and then it's running a little bit away towards the hole. I think I'm actually, instead of flopping this, I'm just going to chip this. Give it a little bit extra. It's going to kick kind of right off this first slope and then feed back to the left. My slope on the side hill is going to feed a bit left, so I think I'm actually going to aim it kind of right at the hole. Maybe a little left of it. See if I can get this big first kick. And feed on in there. Nice chip. And that's how you do it. Just how we drew it up. Big eagle. So I think that was a 7 under front nine. Save that replay. Why not? Legends Championship. That was pretty sweet. I think 7 under front nine. See if we can get this up to, 11, 12, 13 under. Trying to ride the wind, cut the corner. Don't want to be down on this this right side, but should be able to keep it out. Yep, hold it up against the wind. Nothing to worry about there. Nice angle in here. Alright, so this wind is actually going to help just a little bit, especially with my shot shape. 161. Might try out this choked approach shot here and spin it back. 154. Can still hit this full. And then I think this will get it up to about 156. Get a little spin on it. Downhill as well. Yeah, I like this line. Beautiful shot there. Green was feeding left to right, so wanted to land that just left of it. Got a big left to right slider here. Gonna aim this pretty far out. Kind of want to imagine how it's gonna come off the face. See if that feels right. I think this is about good. And the pace is gonna be pretty slow since you're only hitting it 44% or whatever. So you got pretty slow pace on the putt. You got to aim it out far to the left because it's going to break a lot, even though it's a pretty short distance. All right, front pin location here, which is kind of nice. Can kind of use this slope, work it back down there. See if we can hit maybe a 6-iron up there, into the wind, up the hill. I think this can still get up to about a 174 carry, maybe, and that should be a good number. As long as I don't miss this short, that should be fine. And then with the wind right into the face and kind of back left to right a slight bit, got to aim it so you keep this blue line started how you want. So I think blue line, left of the pin, kind of left edge of this last bunker on the right. Should be a good line to feed it in off the right there, feed off the slope. Kind of pushed it a little bit. So I'm going to be in the bunker. That's too bad. Yeah, pushed it a little bit. Really took me into the bunker. So I think with bunker shots like this, where it's kind of this feels like an impossible bunker shot if you don't have the pick shot. Like I only have the splash. What you're kind of trying to do is you want to get this loft to be so that your shot is going to get out and kind of skid almost right along wherever it lands. And so I think kind of with this, it's going to be about 80% of what this is, so about 9 yards. And how this blue arrow has the arc. Like if I pull it back, the arc's going to get way less. I think 11 yards looks about right to my eyes. That this is going to get up there and kind of get low really fast and then skid on down this hill and hopefully it won't run too far. These are really tricky. You can definitely end up, right back where you started or way long, but you really got to try and then just get the tempo right, get the power right. So, little long there, honestly. I overswung it as you can tell, but that ended up in a good spot. Should be makeable for this up and down. Gonna aim this about half a cup out. Trickles on in there. So yeah, got that just a little bit overswung. You could tell it still kind of skidded, but what I was looking for was it to really just skid as it right got out and then run on down there. Kind of carried it a little farther than I was hoping, but still worked out. Made the par. We move on. Got a par 5 here. I think with this downhill, this is going to be reachable. And into the wind with a 3-wood like this, it's going to really get held up kind of at the end, and then it's going to land and not really roll out. It's going to land soft. So what I'm going to do is aim this just right. The green's obviously feeding just a little bit left to right here, and you got this shelf that you can easily miss into. This right here, not a bad miss. So I'm fine if I miss there. The biggest priority is obviously just putting a good swing on it, not underswinging at all, so that you don't bring the water into play. But I'm going to aim just kind of right, and hopefully the wind in my shot shape works it back to land here. Feed on up there, kind of maybe get a right kick as well. See if we can get ourselves an eagle putt. So started out to the right. Hopefully it's landing to the left. Didn't really kick over the right too hard, but I think that's a good shot there. Nice eagle putt. Gonna make a birdie at worst. Big left to right at the first half. Gets pretty straight at the back half. First half is actually flat almost, if not a little bit up the hill, and then starts to get downhill. So I'm gonna aim this maybe just out here. Don't want to overread this. I want to give it a shot at the eagle. Miss low if I can. Might have underswung. I don't know. I overswung it. Missed low. Probably could have aimed it a full box out, but nice little tap in birdie there. We'll take that. All right. Into the wind a little bit. Gonna get a little aggressive here, but this isn't gonna really bring the water into play as long as I don't slice it. Yep, nice shot there. All right. Into the wind, 144, a little bit uphill. This is kind of go territory. I think the play here, take the choked 9-iron. Just hit it stock, and that should be a good yardage. The wind will kill it by about 2-3 yards, probably 3 yards. Uphill will kill it by about a yard, so should hopefully land about a yard short. Gonna fade it a little bit off the wind. Slope's gonna push it a little bit left and protect against the slice. Aim just a bit right. Yep, working back nice. Gonna aim or land just right of the pin, just a little short. Give myself a nice short birdie putt. A little bit right to left. Gonna aim this just on the right side. Should work in there nicely. All right. 10 under on the day. Heading into 14. Par 5, downwind here. No bunkers around the green, I know. So this is going to be another eagleable hole. All right, so yesterday, I think this was also kind of downwind. And I feel like I hit to a pretty similar spot to where that pin is. So I'm just going to add a little backspin to this. And hopefully this should work nicely with the wind. Kind of try and hit it up in the slope, feed it back to the right, feed it back to the left. I like that. Hopefully that should work down there. Beautiful shot, executed to perfection, and almost a tap-in eagle. Hopefully I don't miss after saying that, but I think this should be pretty flat. Just ever so slightly left to right, downhill, aim just left edge, knock it in there. Big bird. How about that? 12 under on the round, 4 to play. Playing some nice golf right now. I think I would have won this on whatever the hardest CPU difficulty would have been anyways. Into the wind, downhill, just bang it down there. Kind of a long par 4. Alright. Downhill, into the wind, 210. 5 mile an hour is not too significant for a longer club like this. So I think I'm going to hit this 5 hybrid, and hopefully it carries to about 205. With the wind feeding a little bit left to right, I think it's going to hold up my shot shape to the right a little bit. And so I'm going to aim just left of the pin, and then hopefully it feeds off this right to left slope that you can see here. So actually, with this fairway slope, I'm going to aim just right of the pin because I think it's going to kick left. Going to be left of the pin anyways. Not quite where I want to be, but distance control, decent. Can actually run off the back, I think. That's too bad. I think though, I hit the wrong part of the green, and so you can see how this all runs off. If I hit that shot how I wanted to and it landed up kind of more on the right side, it would have fed down better and it would have been up there for a putt. So just a bit of a missed execution. Probably need to aim that a little bit more to the right, but I think the idea was right. Flop here, try and get up there. I think that was good. Yep, nice tap in for the par. Staying 12 under on the round. 30 under through, what was that, 51 holes? Not too shabby. Uphill, downwind, par 3. I think I'm going to spin this back a lot. Hit the 9-iron. Hopefully the uphill takes enough out of it that this wind won't push it too far. Pulled it. That's no good. I can get a lucky kick left off this slope. If it's not too fast down the hill, might feed all the way down. Yeah, that's too bad. Yep, not a good swing. Pulled it. If I were playing online, I'd probably chip this. You chip this like this, probably stops up there close. Nothing to worry about. But for the sake of keeping it real, we're not going to do that. Big right to left breaker. I'm going to hit it out to the right a little bit actually. Because I feel like the right to left at the end is more than the left to right at the start. So I'm going to hit it out to the right. Gave it a little bit extra. Pretty steep up the hill. Not a bad line. Gonna still be a bit short. I think if I gave it a couple, like 2 feet extra, 3 feet extra, might have gone in there. Take a par there. After a bad tee shot, can't complain. All right. I think this will be a little drivable. This shot shape should work with the wind. I know the slope's going to kind of feed it left if I can keep it left of the mound, which I did. Might not actually get up there. I don't think it's windy enough, but should be a good spot to flop it. Hopefully get a birdie putt. I have to take a 50-degree, flop it up there. Can probably, with 8 feet uphill, put this all the way up to 31. the max that I have. So good swing there. Gonna be a little short still, but that's gonna be a makeable birdie putt. A little bit right to left at the start. Aim it just a titch out to the right. Knock it in. Almost missed it out to the left, so could have aimed it a little more to the right at the start, but not too shabby. All right, par 4, downwind. Let's cut the corner again like in the second round. Did it pretty well. Kicks on down there. Should have about an 8 or a 7 iron in here. Oh, no, back pin. All right. So, yeah, I think like yesterday, gotta just give it a ton of extra club since it's 36 feet up the hill. You get a little help from the wind, and it's going to kind of work with the shot shape to kind of draw almost. So I'm going to be comfortable to aim out to the left, but I'm almost thinking this one, what was this, 184 might not be enough. I think if I put it up high, that's what I'm going to do. So hopefully put it up high, which gives it a little extra distance, and then might actually get to carry farther up onto the green with the uphill. Might get to roll out a little more, and then I'll take some spin off too. So this is going to go pretty long for a 6 iron, but hopefully I can put a good swing on it. See if we can get this to work. Solid swing. Yeah, might actually be long, but I'm not too mad about that. I guess if I hit that stock 6 iron, it would have been fine, but got a makeable birdie putt here to go 14 under on the round. Gonna try and get aggressive with this. It's gonna be pretty hard at the start, and then still breaking pretty good at the end. Downhill the whole way, so I'll take a little off of it. Aim it pretty far out here. Go just over a box and a half. Ah, missed a high. Par at the end, 13 under, round 3. We'll take that. Solid round right there. So, getting even cleaner with the approach shots. Made a couple big birds. Kind of showed how to make a long chip in there. And yeah, I think it was a little easier today with how the wind was working. There weren't too many long into the wind holes, which makes it easier to hit those long irons in the birdie positions. But still gotta execute the shots. Make sure you're doing the math right. See if we can check out the scorecard here. Yep, 2 eagles. And what was that? 6 birdies? 5 birdies? 9 birdies? 9 birdies, 2 eagles. Good round there. Got a 59 watch, 13 under. Show you how to do it in the last round here. Coming up.